Hey there, welcome to Cooking with Violet Vixen. On this episode, we're feeding our sweet tooth, and it is called Passion Fruit Cream Sponge. It's overdue and it's very well wanted. Here's what we need. Come on in and I'll show you what we're doing. Okay, so first of all, we need to preheat our oven to 180 or 160 for fan forced. We're going to grease and line two 20 centimetre round cake pans. These are special ones for making sponge cake because you're using two. The whole idea is that you make smaller cakes and you're sandwiching them together, obviously. So you'll need two of those. We're going to grease and line those. You will also need a mixer and ingredients as follows: 3 eggs separated. Now there is a thing called an egg separator which makes things a lot easier because you basically crack the egg, goes through here, the yolk stays in here, the white goes into the cup, and it looks like 3 yolks and 3 whites. So we're doing that first of all. Then we also need 3/4 of a cup of caster sugar. That's that one there. 1 cup of self-raising flour, which we are going to sift. 1/4 of a cup of boiling water. Boil up your kettle. That'll be really hot that way. And pure icing sugar to dust. So when the cake's all done and looking beautiful, the top of it you just finish off with a bit of icing sugar and it looks superb. To fill the middle of it, obviously sponges as in a sandwich. 3/4 of a cup of pure cream. I've just got the thick cream. Haven't measured that out yet because we'll get to that second. 1 tablespoon extra of caster sugar. 1/3 of a cup of passion fruit pulp from 3 or 4 passion fruit. I got 4 passion fruit. It doesn't matter if you don't quite make enough passion fruit. Just keep in mind it's just going to give it that cream, that passion fruity flavour going through it. So now that you know what we need, we're going to jump straight into it. So into your mixing bowl, and I hope mine reaches because it doesn't always reach, we are going to add our 3 egg whites. Turn that on. It doesn't reach, unfortunately. Oh, it's just starting to reach. So what we're going to do is we're going to beat these until stiff peaks form, and then we're going to start to gradually add the sugar. I have to actually lean on it to get this to work, but we'll get there in the end. So while this is going on, if you're fortunate enough, let me just turn that off for a moment while I chat. If you're fortunate enough for your mixing bowl, the problem with this mixer is the mixing bowl really needs to be a little bit higher and the beater's a little bit lower so that it reaches. So while that's going on, in a perfect world, you would be able to let that do its job while you grease and line. So to grease and line, you're basically cutting circles out from these, grease it with a little bit of butter or margarine, and then just put that on. And that just lines the base. So that's pretty easy. So that you don't have to listen to the noise of the mixer, I'll be back when we're ready to start and add the sugar. Okay, so when you put a spoon or something in it and it's obviously firm, then grab your caster sugar and a tablespoon, and 1 tablespoon at a time start adding it. Once that's mixed through, you add the next lot. And while you're waiting, grab your sieve and chuck your self-raising flour through it. Multitask, people, multitask. Give it a shake. that last bit through. Perfect. Alright. Now you want to grab yourself a metal spoon as well, not the one we're using but another one for after. And I normally use a soup spoon. A bit more. And just keep going until all the sugar's in. Okay, so when it looks a lot like a meringue, you're going to grab your egg yolks. Say bye to the mixer because we're just going to do them this way. And fold the egg yolks in with the metal spoon. So scrape the jug out. That's it. Now we do need to put the boiling water in, so I would suggest deglazing that with that. So just stir that through. Don't overbeat it, just be gentle. Pop in your flour. You can tip it all straight in because we've sifted it. That makes it a lot lighter. I was going to say a lot fluffier. It makes it that too. You should already start to feel it. It's feeling a bit lighter now, as you can see. Make sure you've got no flour pockets. And make sure you can't see any yellow yolk as well, because we don't want to overmix this. Finally, in goes your 1/4 cup of boiling water, which I would deglaze your egg yolks jug with. Okay. Mix that till it's just combined. Feels weird. There's no butter in this and no milk. So it's almost like meringue-like, fluffy sponge. Okay. Then what we do is we grab our 2 cake tins, and what I would do is I would get a large spoon, like larger than the one we've got here, and divide it between the 2. Never mind, I thought I'd lost my large metal spoon. I had it this morning when I was dishing up last night's, or the last cook, I should say, for my lunch this morning and into the freezer. I don't mind washing up, but I really hate drying up, so everything tends to sit in the rack until I want to wash up again. I don't like putting washed up stuff with dry stuff. So you want to divide it between the 2, and the best way to do it is with this because it spreads it out nice and slowly. Just try and be gentle with it because we want 2 nice, light, fluffy sponges. Now we're going to cook these for 20 minutes. 20 to 25 minutes. Try and go for the 20 minutes because you can always give it the extra bit of time. And I will see you when they're done. Okay, so halfway through, because my oven's smaller, I switched the trays, so from one shelf to the other shelf. They've come out fantastic. So what you need to do is grab a butter knife, just cut around the outside. And keep in mind they are going to be hot, so don't just go holding them like before you put them in the oven. I've given them 20 minutes. And they should look like light little fluffy cakes, obviously. So I don't know what they look like on the bottom, but if they're cooked properly, they should look amazing. So this is where I learned to juggle. Okay, so I'm going to flip one at a time upside down. Okay, there's one. Get rid of that one. Swoosh your paper off. Okay. And then flip the other one up. That's it. All right, say goodnight to that container. All right. Bye, oven mitts. Okay, flick that one off too. Now, do a quick flippo. Flippo. Perfect. Look at that. Whew. All right, set those aside to cool. They will cool very quickly on this cake tin. Just don't put them anywhere near the hot oven. Okay, we are going to start and smash out this passion fruit cream, sandwich them together, and bring this cake home. Literally. So, that 3/4 of a cup of cream, get in there. All right. Pop that into a jug with your 1 tablespoon of caster sugar. Whip it until it is lightly whipped. Basically till it's thick. Don't ask me how long this will take, because I don't know. It looks like it's nearly there, an answer to my own very question. You don't want it too thick, by the way. Now, it says lightly whipped, so that's a bit over lightly whipped, but it's all good though. So whip your beaters, so it looks like that. Set those aside. 1/3 of a cup of passion fruit pulp. I brought 4 just in case. There was 3 there. So what we're going to do is fold it through, chuck it in the middle. That's basically what that means. Grab a spoon, and folding is just basically mixing it with a spoon, not the mixer. All right. Now, what we need to do, we're going to bring over a plate that we don't mind putting our cake on. And bring back our cakes. So hopefully by now they should be cooled. Yeah, they're pretty cool. Turn it upside down because we want a flat area. We don't want it the other side. Pop this on. If you're pretty good at it, you should be able to not need a knife to spread with. The way to do that is to put it in small dollops. All right, swish it over. Perfect. Look at that. All right. Grab your other part. Place the other part on top. Oh, superstar. Run your finger around it so that it looks perfect. Okay. Cream's bloody good. You like passion fruit? That's awesome for you. Now grab your icing sugar. About a teaspoon of icing sugar should be more than enough. And you want a sieve because I'm going to make it look pretty. Just 1 teaspoon is all we need. Swish it on the top. Make it look like it's snowing. If you're really fancy, you can do a pattern. If you're not, it's all good. Don't stress yourself. All right. Enjoy that one. This has been Cooking with Violet Vixen, passion fruit cream sponge. Feed that sweet tooth, and don't forget, hit subscribe. You won't miss a minute. And if you like this video, hit like. Cheers and bye.